This week on the podcast, let's talk about Hi-Fi Rush and what it does right in our spoiler-free review. We're all getting indoctrinated into climate politics. Let's talk about the Carbon Aware update that you should be taking advantage of on Xbox. And of course, stick around until the end of the show for deals of the week. All of that and more in this week's episode of the podcast. Roll the intro. Hello and welcome to Next to Nothing, a podcast for gamers on a budget. I'm your host, Danny K. With me, 95.7% of the time is the wonderfully beautiful, the Mr. Green Elite. Green, how are you doing today?
I think that's I think that's a little low.
I don't know.
I feel like it's more like 97.3.
If anyone out there wants to do the math, we will give you a free game, like a free $30 game.
I think I've missed like maybe 3 episodes since I've been a host, if that.
If someone wants to go through since Green Elite was host and do the math for us, I will buy you a $30 game.
Fucking send it. But I'm doing good. How are you doing, Danny?
I'm doing fine. I can't really complain. I have just one small complaint, and that's that I cut my thumb a little bit when I was cooking dinner today, but that's okay.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. It's like it's a minor cut. It bled a little bit, and I had to get a Band-Aid just because I was cooking dinner and I didn't want my blood in my food. That's kind of gross.
Oh, little piss baby bitch boy, cut your thumb.
That voice is the spooky and the ookly Mendacii. Mendacii, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm really excited to talk about this game and to just generally be alive while potentially fighting influenza A.
I told you that you're not getting sick, so that means you're not getting sick.
Thanks, man.
But thanks for watching and listening. I hope you all enjoy the show. Be sure to stick around until the end to hear about some deals that you can take advantage of this week. Of course, if you miss any part of the show, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everywhere podcasts are found. And you can usually join us live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Mendacii.
Hey, man.
You wanna tell us all about Hi-Fi Rush?
How do I? All right. So, Hi-Fi Rush is by Tango Gameworks. Same people behind Evil Within, Ghostwire Tokyo, so on and so forth. Probably heard the name Shinji Mikami here and there. This game has jaw-dropping visuals, completely different from any game today. It's got a mix of 2D animated cinematics and a unique take on cel-shaded gameplay graphics. The game opens with like some new to like the game music, like original soundtrack stuff. But as you get into it, you get Black Keys, Lonely Boy, and then by the time you get to the first boss, it's playing 9 Inch Nails 1 million off of the slip. It's just insanity. It goes on from there, and the music that you do get to hear is a bit of a surprise and really fits the mood. Like it hits the nail on the head every time. So I'm not going to tell you all the tracks that are actually in the game. So set list is under wraps. The characters are absolutely brilliant and beyond interesting. The main character, Chai, is an absolute doofus, like a la Fry from Futurama. He's got big dreams of being a rock star, and he has a sick ass metal arm that's basically just made for picking up trash. Like it's a little like magnetic, like little trash picker upper arm. But he always gets it to magnetize to a whole bunch of metal, and it forms into like a fucked up ramshackle guitar. And he ends up with like an OG like iPod, like the chunky one, in his chest. And all of a sudden, the entire world starts moving to a beat. Like the entire world is music. It's kind of like Baby Driver. This dude is living Baby Driver. There are 3 other characters that will join your crew along with supporting characters. The game's mechanics change every time you pick someone new up, so it constantly feels fresh. And this is a very fast game. I want to say in total there's 15 levels. Each one takes you about 45 minutes to about an hour. If you get your taint tapped a few times, it might take you an hour and 15 minutes. The comedy is, I would say, like it's apt. It's at a very, very good um kind of staggered amount. Like it's not constantly in your face, but when it's there, it's very anime meets Saturday morning cartoons with your favorite cereal in its presentation delivery. So it hits every time. It's not like a oh my god, shut the fuck up kind of comedy. It's really good. All the jokes always hit. The flow of combat is being dictated by the rhythm of the music that's playing throughout the entire level, and you actually get to visualize the beat by like looking at everything around you moving, as well as you'll have a little friend, a little cat droid named 808, which will like send out little audio signals when the beat's going. Now, if you actually land blows to the beat, you'll do more damage and you'll get like more score. If your score hits S rank while you're in combo, your shitty junk guitar will turn into like this super sick red flying V. And a little bit more on that later. But so if you have problems like seeing or feeling or hearing the beat, you don't necessarily get say like Guitar Hero style, like, oh, you missed it. Like you'll do a little bit less damage. The fights will take a little bit longer. You'll get a little bit less score, but it's 100% okay. And on easier modes, it's a lot easier to actually hit with a beat. You know, it's a little bit more lenient with you per se. Combat otherwise works like most other character action games, combos, style scoring, like I said. There's a ton of combos. Like there are so many moves in this game. You'll likely have a hard time remembering them all or keeping them straight, but there is a training room available pretty quick into the game. I think it's like mission 3 you unlock it. So you'll be able to go in there anytime that you'd like and play against any enemy that you'd really want to any tempo of music that you want to practice at. I myself have a lot of problems with slow tempo music. Uh, I'm really terrible at keeping a rhythm in that regard. You'll
Real,
also
real
yes.
quick.
What's up, Danny? Yeah,
Just because I know this. What instrument do you play again? Is it a rhythm instrument?
in the game.
No, 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 no. You personally.
Oh, me? I played bass.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds about right.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
we all
I'm
we
just
all
here
owned
to live on my
bases?
own. Yeah.
So yeah, I think
Yeah, I think so. I've got my Ibanez sound gear 5-string still down in the basement, just like practice me, and I'm like, no, I don't got time for that. Sorry, buddy. But yeah,
my music man is doing the same thing.
My
yeah,
my Squire is in Iowa still in my uh um storage unit
yeah.
collecting
That's
dust.
the destination of most people's hopes and dreams, but not Chai in not this game. You'll probably end up finding like your bread and butter combos pretty quickly, and you'll likely stick to those. But it is really good to go and kind of get a refresher. It might change up your gameplay a little bit or make some fights way easier. You also get a rad sewer hangout a la TMNT that really reminds me of the Jet Set games, which is another title very close to my aging little heart. And speaking of Jet Set, there's a ton of graffiti that's actually hidden throughout the game that you go and collect, like collector's items in most games. And then you get to go and check that out at your pad later. There's not a lot to gripe about here. I'll say that the only difference between normal and hard mode is how much damage enemies do. Maybe it's slightly harder to hit the notes, but I don't think it is. I think it's just based on damage. So if you're looking for trickier timing windows, like if that's what you're into, you'll have to check out very hard mode. I think it's either very hard or extreme. One of those two names is what it does. Anyway, I had a rough time on some of the platforming because the depth can throw me off with that kind of cell shaded look. I'm generally shit at platforming anyways, so I'm probably just making up excuses. If I could, however, get a little bit maneuverability in jumping other than the air dash, I'd be pretty stoked. It kind of feels like it's quite heavy. Your jump feels pretty heavy. But it's true to form with titles like Devil May Cry. So if you're like, yeah, I remember how Dante jumps, that's pretty much how Chai jumps as well. If you're playing this game on Game Pass, you'll likely want to make sure Steam is completely closed, by the way, or disable the on-screen keyboard functions that Steam likes to pop up when you want to launch a super attack in this game, which is called Reverb. By default, you have to press in both thumbsticks. So pushing in your left stick covers your screen with the aforementioned keyboard, which it will not pause your game. You're gonna want to change that. I switched mine over to the triggers, which I didn't really have any issues playing the game with that setup either way. So there is full accessibility options as far as controls go. The game is exceptional at everything it's set out to do. I sincerely hope that the rest of my time with it is just as good as my first sessions. Um, there's there's several actually evil within Easter eggs. There's one in particular in level 2 that'll be the first that you'll see of many. Very interesting robots. And those that have played Evil Within 1 or 2 would know these characters a mile away. After beating Hi-Fi Rush in about 15 hours, I came away with this small sentiment. Hi-Fi Rush, just like its amazing cast of characters, is far greater than the sum of its parts. Hell, there's even a ton of stuff to do after you beat the game that actually kind of continues the story. It is, to put it simply, in my top 10 games of all time and my favorite character action game now. It just blew me away from the top down. If you've ever had the inkling to try out the character action genre, or if you just like music, you sincerely should not sleep on this game. The post game play continues to build on everything that was already great with the game, and it continuously delivers in ways you wouldn't expect. It's available on Xbox Game Pass for $29.99, or I mean, obviously free on Game Pass. So if you want to play it for free, go play it for free. That's what I did, and then I bought it because I'm not going to lose that game. There's also a deluxe edition with some cosmetics available as well, and that's $39.99. Dude, this is a fucking AAA game that came out. It is free on Xbox Game Pass, and if you don't have Xbox Game Pass and you want to play it on anything that's not Xbox Game Pass, it's only $29.99. That is insanity. And your first playthrough is going to be about 15 hours long, and a full completion is maybe about 22 hours long. And it is by far and wide the most well thought out and well put together action game that I have played in years. Like in years. It is absolute insanity that they didn't even do any marketing for this game. It just kind of came out, and now it's here. It has already sold oversold on Bayonetta 3, even though you can go and play it for free. I was really sour after Bayonetta 3. If you watch that episode, if you listen to me, or you've heard me now since refer to my Switch as my disappointment machine, you'll know that I was pretty salty about it. This game is like being born again. It's really insane. If you end up picking up this game or you've already played it, please feel free to drop a line in the YouTube comments or holler at me on Twitter with your favorite moments. And of course, you can say whatever you'd like. If you're gonna check that out, just know that you're probably going to see spoilers. So if you're trying not to see spoilers, don't look in the YouTube comments. Don't at me. But yeah, that was my entire time with Hi-Fi Rush. Just an absolute beautiful, magnificent, gorgeous, hilarious, and heart-wrenching and touching time. It checked every single fucking box. Fucking 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
yeah, dude.
I don't know if we've ever had such a thoroughly positive review from you in a little bit.
Yeah.
It has been a hot minute, yeah.
Yeah, I had a bad time lately. So maybe that also helped it, like I was already in this kind of monochromatic shit universe, like just wasting away in limbo. And then all of a sudden Hi-Fi Rush comes along And just wow.
Real quick, because it is available on Steam, like you said. If you want to play it on PC, system requirements: 64-bit operator, 64-bit processor and operating system.
That's me.
Windows 10 or newer, Intel Core i5 6500, Ryzen 3 1200, 8 gigs of RAM. Your graphics card, you're going to want a GTX 1050 or an RX 560, and you're going to need 20 gigs of space on your hard drive. So not too demanding. I think a lot of mid-tier machines can probably handle it just fine.
Yeah. I also, there was only one kind of bug that I ever encountered throughout my entire playthrough, which was I beat the shit out of a heavy enemy too hard, and I got him stuck in the air for a little too long until he finally dropped. Like he was just floating. So I just went and kicked some ass like elsewhere until he dropped down, and so on and so forth, and exploded. That's it. Like that's it. That was the only bug. There was no visual bugs, no screen tearing, no lagging, nothing just disappearing. The game doesn't even have that much like it doesn't even have very long load times. Like it just fucking snap. It's on the beat all the time. And yeah, I haven't seen a game this well executed in a very long time.
Hell yeah. I don't have any questions. Green, how about you?
Well, I'm just saying it's a big deal for a 10 out of 10 rating there.
Yeah.
It must have hit you in all the right spots.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I think honestly, even though like this any of the kind of like parent genres that make up this little game don't necessarily like intrigue you guys a ton, I feel like you would super dig it. I feel like you would. This might be a game that anyone could get into.
Yeah. I might watch some playthroughs of it and maybe check it out the next time you play. Because it like the whole musical aspect of it. Rhythm games aren't like my super big thing.
Right.
I always kind of feel like rhythm combat games are a little weird to me because despite being a very amateur musician, I always kind of feel like, why am I always slightly off? Or like, I always feel like the beats are always a little just weird that I'm like, like there was a few that I tried demos of, like some of the first person shooter ones where I'm like, okay, but I can hear the beat. Yeah, I think so. I think that was one of them where I'm like, okay, but I can hear the beat. I can see it on the screen and I'm shooting like in time, but it doesn't feel like I am.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. It feels weird. But yeah, I might have to actually like watch people play.
For sure. Yeah. The last thing that I'll say as far as that goes is like you'll have a whole bunch of like fights will make up a level, as well as you traversing through the level, platforming or whatever it is, also exploring and stuff. The game doesn't like take you down in your rank depending on how much time you take looking through the level, which is awesome because the world is awesome to look at and there are hidden goodies. So definitely explore. Don't try to like gun your way through the game. It's just not made for that. And it doesn't want you to either. The fights, however, obviously you do have a grade for how fast you can deal with the enemies, and you should feel good doing that. You're also graded on your timing. Now, playing on normal, I averaged somewhere between a C and a B for my timing, because let's be honest, I'm not going to wait for the beat sometimes to hit the button to beat the shit out of the guy that's going to kill me. So sometimes, and like a C to B rating is anywhere between like, I think it's like 48% of the time you're hitting on the beat to like 57% of the time you're hitting on the beat. So now that I'm in hard mode and I'm doing like this kind of like level select thing in the post game, I'm getting closer and closer to getting A rank while hitting on the beat.
Yeah.
So I think that it's definitely something where once you dip yourself in and you get immersed in the game and what the game is asking of you, you're going to have a good time. And like I said before, I have a really hard time with slower tempo songs and slower tempo beats when something's like higher, I match that intensity really easily, and I can usually nail my timing when I'm in a faster tempo song. And the music, like, you don't have one battle track, it changes every level, so you're always hearing a different song. It's pretty sick. And like
Yeah.
I said before, like, all your bosses have different pretty crazy tracks as well. And again, you can go and play those fights and stuff like that again after you beat the game and level select. So pretty sick. Pretty sick.
Nice. Well, do we want to move on to our next topic here?
Yeah.
Guys, Xbox is going woke. And I know this sounds like I'm like a few weeks behind, and that's because we kind of are, but the update just went live today. So despite warnings from a sad little man on cable news, Xbox is going to be recruiting not just kids, but everyone into climate politics with their carbon aware update to their consoles. The paradoxically most controversial nothing burger of a story starts in January of this year, where Xbox insiders were the first to test out this update for the Xbox Series X and S that would shut down the console and not put it into sleep mode when not in use, leading to a 20 times decrease in power used. The update does not affect performance, gameplay, or the console's ability to receive updates overnight, according to Xbox. According to Microsoft and Xbox, for every 2 consoles that are switched to shutdown mode for 12 months, they will save the equivalent amount of carbon that would be removed by 1 tree planted and grown for a decade. And that is if the Xbox is turned off for 20 hours a day, which... I mean, that might be pretty accurate to the majority of Xbox users, right? Because they have to go to school for 8 hours a day. They have to
Probably have a job.
Yeah, probably have a job or school.
Gotta eat.
They have to eat and shit at some point and sleep.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it might be closer to like the majority of Xbox users are probably turning their consoles on for probably about 6 hours a day. I mean, if we average it out, because you have to account for the people who like live on their devices, right? But I think that's pretty accurate. If the majority of, if they want to say if the Xbox is turned off for an average 20 hours a day. And this update, like I said, is now live for all other Xbox users. So now when you set up the carbon aware mode, the console is powered and when the console is powered and connected to the internet, it will attempt to update software at times that will result in lower carbon emissions. They also claim that this can save you money, which might be literal nickels and dimes, but hey, that's still nice, right? You know, it's a gumball. That's a phone call on a pay phone
From prison.
From prison. One thing that they didn't mention that I would like to mention is that this could probably also save you a little bit of bandwidth when you consider it. If it's going to be turning on and updating at times that are going to, like, you know, decrease emissions, it's probably going to be at times where not a lot of people are using your wireless network, right? Because people are probably going to be asleep. So it might save you a little bit of bandwidth, or at least some headache when Jimmy is downloading all the software updates to his Xbox while you're trying to watch Netflix, right? That's kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. So it might also help you there. So despite what the talking heads who feed you fear say, this is a good update. It's pretty much good for everybody. A few other things that are coming. You can hide game art on the homepage if that really bugs you. And integration with the Google Home app is coming as well. So be sure to update your Xbox, save a little carbon, save a few nickels and dimes, and maybe a smidge worth of your bandwidth. You guys have any thoughts, opinions that you want to share?
Finally, no one will know right off the bat that I play Hyper Neptunia.
Why would that be a bad thing?
I don't need that kind of judgment. Get away from my Nep-Neps. The Nep-Neps are for me and me alone. Or my Oni-Chanbara bikini zombie warfare. Get away. No one has to know that except for me. in my hidden folder on my Xbox.
Yeah, do you hide that in tax returns 1969?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Don't fucking look for it, Danny.
Next
I'll
time,
ban you from my Discord server.
next time I'm in your home, which I don't know when that'll be, but next time I'm in your home, I am definitely gonna sneak away to get on your computer and see what the hell you got on there.
Elder chores and bikinis.
And then I'm gonna look at your Xbox and see all of your games.
Yeah, definitely buy it a new power supply before you try that, because otherwise it won't work.
Yeah. Green, you got
Doesn't
thoughts?
sound like an Xbox 360. No, I don't really have any thoughts. I mean, any step towards like a greener footprint is always a good step, in my opinion. So kind of kudos to Microsoft. I mean, find it kind of weird that people are like pushing back on this.
Yeah, it was
if at all.
It was like last month's weirdest fucking controversy.
Like
non-controversy. Yeah.
Like they just want to help you save some electricity, save some money on your electricity bill and your internet bill, and stuff like that. But I guess fuck Microsoft, right? Fuck them. You don't put no one of them there square updates on my Xbox. Okay.
Yeah, Microsoft going broke again by being so woke. Yeah, no, I don't get it, man. It's a simple thing. It's a little fucking thing. Like, at least there's something. If everyone did like some tiny thing, we'd probably be in a lot better place.
You know,
have a world in 100 years.
Yeah.
You know, the only way they could be more angry at this is if they decided to rebrand it the Latin Xbox.
Yeah.
Well, they just come out with an Xbox that has a hammer and sickle on it, for goddamn sake.
I'd buy that motherfucking thing immediately. It's my Xbox for the people. Fuck yeah, neighbor kids, come over and play on the community Xbox.
It's our Xbox coming in.
There's also a community debit card for V-Bucks or whatever the fuck you use in Fortnite. Oh god.
I want to make the seize the means of production.
Someone else's dad's debit card, of course. Not mine. Come on, I'm not a fucking moron.
There's got to be a seize the means of production joke in there somewhere, but you know,
for sure, yeah. Seize the means of Pog.
Seize the means of Pog.
We're all Pogs in the machine. Gamers unite. Hammer and sickle Xbox coming to you for the low price of steal it.
We have nothing to lose but our wired controllers.
Oh fuck yeah, let's you know what, NTN manifesto, we're ending the episode right the fuck now. Write this thing up, put it on the printing press, mail it out like Jehovah's Witness.
We're so gonna get canceled after that.
I hope so.
I don't know, was there anything else we wanted to talk about this? I wanted to bring it up because it was such a stupid controversy like a month ago, but I'm actually glad that the update is going live. It's a good update, you know.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
It's just good.
It's just good.
Yeah,
it's a very rare Microsoft W, you know.
Yeah.
All right, do we want to talk about deals of the week?
Absolutely.
For sure. More dubs. More dubs in the chat.
Real quick, though, if you guys got anything out of that last conversation, have any jokes or memes that you want to share in the comments, go on ahead and do so in the comment section on YouTube. That would be greatly appreciated. We would love to laugh at all your jokes. We live for it. We absolutely live for it. But yeah, let's talk about deals of the week. My deal this week is for Prime Gaming subscribers. and that is you can pick up Morrowind for free on GOG if you are a Prime Gaming subscriber. So yeah, you have to connect your Amazon account to like your Twitch account, and then it becomes Prime Gaming, and then you get a free redemption code for Morrowind on GOG. If you also have a Prime Gaming account, don't forget to drop a free subscription on either of my lovely co-hosts. They're fantastic. If you guys don't have Prime Amazon Prime yet, there'll be a link in the description for you guys to get that. And yeah, Mendacii, what do you got going on?
Man, other than just looking at chat when I shouldn't, Elderand on Steam. It's a new indie Metroidvania, recommended to me by friend of the show and fellow player on VR Kana, Indy Falco. He was like literally on like a few weeks back. You probably saw him in his wonderful hair and his beautiful smile. This game is $16.99. It's usually $19.99, so not a crazy sale, but the game is cheap and is very worth it. It's also available on Switch, so Steam and Switch. So if you want to try and elevate your disappointment machine, I would probably recommend grabbing that. Otherwise, it plays magnificent on Steam.
Green Elite, what do you got going on? Or what do you see?
It's a good thing you asked, because if you're a Prime Gaming subscriber, you get the Gembo the Dishonored pack and Raid Shadow Legends. No. Steam is currently running a sale on Aliens Fireteam Elite for 50% off until February 26th. That brings the grand total of Aliens Fireteam Elite, the game, to $14.99 crisp US dollars. It also has like the DLCs and stuff like that you can pick up as well, that are all relatively discounted, 20 to 30% off. All those packs that you can throw on there. So check that out. It's on Steam.
Yeah,
it's a
I
short
reviewed
sale.
that, yeah, like forever ago, and it was pretty good then. I'm sure it's better now, like a little bit more stable. But yeah, like you and I think it's 2 friends. I think it's like 3-man squads. But yeah, good co-op. Do recommend.
Hell yeah.
It is on Game Pass as well. If you have Game Pass, pick it up. It doesn't. I don't think it comes with DLCs, but I mean, if you want to pay for it and not get it through Game Pass, Steam is the way to go. Right now, for the next 5 days of this recording.
Pew pew pew. Excellent. Was there anything else that we wanted to mention then?
I do have one gripe. I will make a gripe for the week, since everything's been so damn positive today. So season 3 of Overwatch 2 has released, and I don't know if anyone has heard, but the battle pass in season 3 is very, very shitty. Okay.
I've heard that really bad.
This was the first time in a very long time that I gave Blizzard money, and I will never, ever, ever give Blizzard money again. That is like the final straw that broke the camel's back. Because I'm like, oh, cool, I can get the battle pass, and there's like segments where you can get credits throughout the battle pass as long as you play the battle pass. You would think you'd be able to get the next battle pass because there's credits laying in there to equal out more than what you put in. Well, the icons are gold on the battle pass, but there's like a little tilde saying that they're legacy credits, right? So those credits can only be used for like voice lines and some skins, right?
Gross.
Not the actual battle pass, and a lot of like the good skins you can't use those credits for. It is the most deceiving bullshit on the planet. If I could get a refund, I would. Like, it pissed me off to no end. I almost uninstalled Overwatch 2, but that's the game that friends play. It's still an enjoyable game. Don't get me wrong. Enjoy playing it.
But this part sucks.
Scummy tactics right there. That's the scummiest thing on the planet, and it's just another Blizzard Overwatch negative that I just came out of nowhere. I cannot believe how like scummy they've been with Overwatch 2 since it's been free to play.
Right. Add it to the
So
pile.
yeah,
To
it's
clarify,
like
those other skins are those like you need to pay like extra cash for those?
no, like so there's
Okay.
like the ones that you can use either the regular credits or the legacy credits to get, and they're like the
Okay.
purple ones, not the legendary ones,
Okay.
right? But
Okay.
like the legendary special ones that like everyone wants, you can't
Right. The
use
good looking
the
ones.
yeah, like if you want a Sigma that has a Scuba Steve outfit on, you have to pay actual money for actual credits to get that. But you
Wow.
can't use the ones that you get from the battle pass.
Wow.
It's very, very scummy. Like the only reason I did the battle pass, I purchased it for the $10 is because I thought that I would have the credits at the end of the season to buy the battle pass again,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
right? Because a lot of battle passes do that as long as you play. This was not the case, and it's super super shitty. Like I wish this game was $40 and they
Right.
had it just like Overwatch 1. I want that back. Like bring that back. Like I would pay for the game. Cancel the free to play and go back to that method. I'll pay for the game.
Oh,
That's how
yeah, that
that's how shitty
is
this free to play has
terrible.
been.
Yeah,
It's
because like
disgusting.
usually a battle pass will like allow you to basically like continue to roll your battle pass like through the seasons
Mhm.
if you're playing enough. And like this is just like, no, give us more money. And then it's like you see that cool skin over there that we know that you want. Yeah, give us more money for that. This one over here, that's just like a purple version of that thing that you already own. Yeah, we'll give that to you, I guess. I don't know. You want some dog shit or some dirt? That's free. You can have that. Is that good for you?
Yeah, it's
That
just
sucks.
ridiculous. This that man, like if I didn't have so many friends that's like their go-to game right now to play, just because it's quick and fun, like
Mhm.
I'd uninstall it because that shit is fucking frustrating. So frustrating.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
that's all I have.
can't wait to commentate for it.
Yeah.
Damn. But is there anything else that we wanted to talk about? Anything else that needed covering?
No.
Oh man, nothing as sad or poopy as that. Just sure hope everyone has a great week. Sure hope that it's full of really great games. I'm really excited to play um Resident Evil 4 soon.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely be shouting about that before too long. Oh yeah, and Atomic Hearts is out. So and I think that's on Game Pass. So go check that out.
Yeah. I know I actually put out a tweet earlier. If you guys have played Atomic Hearts, let us know how it is. We'll talk about your experience on the show if we get a chance to review it. But Green Elite, what's coming up on your channel?
Well, uh I've been off for a long time. I streamed for the first time in like 2 months last week. Hopefully getting back into the rhythm of doing that more often. That was kind of cool. Um, but yeah, you can catch that all on twitch.tv/Mr. Green Elite. Everything else is Mr. Green Elite as well. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all the fancy things. I'm just really right now just like trying to find myself, and like figure out what I want to do, like I'm just like exploring shit, feeling shit, touching shit, like yeah.
Word.
Mendacii, what do you
Word.
got coming on?
Kind of the same thing as Green, honestly. I've found that I have more free time lately, so I've gotten back into streaming, trying to find like a decent time to actually stream instead of just like in the middle of the night or like on at noon on like a Monday. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. But I've streamed almost my entire playthrough of Elderand, uh, which I should be finishing that up this week. And then probably going to play some Hi-Fi Rush on hard mode, clear out the rest of that. like I said before, Resident Evil 4 is just about, here. So I'll be playing that on stream as well. So if you want to catch that, that's going to be twitch.tv/Mendacii, MENDACII. Or if you want to holla at me on Twitter, that's at only Mendacii. But yeah, those are the two places that you can find me right now, at least like semi-active. So yeah, got some things some irons in the coffee. You know how they say in Rome.
Coming
Yeah.
up on my channel, I am working on some videos because I'm still not really streaming right now. So I'm working on some videos. VRCon is coming up on this Saturday, and we should have a couple other episodes for VRCon coming out very shortly as well. So stick around for that. I actually have to do some work for VRCon so we can actually get a session together at some point. I don't know if we're gonna actually have a session for this month, but you guys still have some episodes coming out on YouTube that should fill you up nicely. So otherwise, you can keep up with me on Twitter at DannyK, DANIECAE. Follow me with all the intentions of shit posting with me. That would be appreciated. But I think that's going to be the whole show for this week. Thanks for watching and listening. Your time and attention is always appreciated. If you've made it this far, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to this channel if you want more. If you guys got something out of this episode, that would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to let us know what your thoughts are in any of the things that we talked about today, and just come and hang out in the comment section. We like to respond to all you guys. Until next week, stay safe, stay healthy, keep fighting the good fights, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
I love you.